The first ever Women's Lacrosse League All-Star Game had itself a nice highlight from Charlotte North. Number 4 is going to pass it to Charlotte. She spins. Where can I go? Between my legs. I'll shoot it between my legs, between your legs. Reminds me of Quidditch. For some reason, I was like, that should be called the Quidditch goal. I don't think it's called that, but, she got to evade that defender, and then she's just swarmed. Do I want to pass it? No, I'll just roll it between my legs and between your legs. That's something you missed that you never planned on watching, and this is everything you missed that you never planned on watching. Today's episode is brought to you by our good friends at Shady Rays. Boom, boom, boom. The Colombian League Finals between Santa Fe and Medellin was everything you want in sports, in stories, and in drama. Both these teams were underdogs. One was the 6th seed, one was the 8th seed. They're tied in the 76th minute, and people are falling apart. Aging superstar on his way out of the game. 39-year-old Hugo Rodallega is hurt, and it might be his last game ever, and he's crying now because he's in pain. He wants to finish the match, but he's in pain, and might be his last game. He's crying. He's in tears, and this guy's a legend. He lifts his shirt up. He can't help it. He's got opponents coming up to him saying, "It's okay, man. And if you're hurt, that helps us." No, they didn't say that. It was really respectful, I guess. He's made over 100 appearances for Santa Fe. He became a club idol in the twilight of his career. He's got double-digit goals in 3 consecutive league seasons. He is cementing his legacy. But want to know what his legacy was missing? A Kirk Gibson hobbling hero moment, and there it is. Oh, my God. He can't even celebrate. Look, the ball comes to him in the middle here, and he shoots it to the side, and then that hurt, and he's just hobbling. The defenders are like, let's let him be. He can't do much damage. Psych! He did. More damage to his leg and to you guys. They're going nuts. I thought they were fighting. They weren't fighting. He's on the ground. Probably the easiest way to celebrate. It's just a wild, wild scene. It's everything you want a finals to be. They're mad. He's saying things like, I'm so mad. I didn't want him to score, but he did score. None of you guarded him because you thought he was old and hurt, and now he's embarrassed us. And that's going to end the game. That was the game-winning goal, which made him the man of the match, obviously. And there's just tears galore. Everybody is celebrating, and this one dude is walking on his knees, which made me laugh because that is how my daughter used to walk before she could walk. Look at this. Makes that guy look so much less cute. Huh? This episode of Things You Missed was brought to you by Shady Rays. They support a ton of what we do here at Jomboy Media. They have backed a ton of new ventures and kept a lot of shows alive. I appreciate them. They also help my eyes when it's sunny out, because that's what they are. Their sunglasses, over 300,000 people have rated their sunglasses 5 stars. I like them because they're lightweight. My face sweats in the summer. I just need lightweight sunglasses that I feel like I don't look like a doofus in and aren't going to make my face sweat. And if I lose them, when I eventually lose them, I'm not heartbroken. So ShadyRays.com, they got me covered everywhere, and they got you covered 35% off with your next pair of polarized sunglasses. That's code MIST. Use code MIST to get that. Back to the sports. Let's go to the All-Ireland semifinal in hurling. Tipperary County versus Kilkenny. I have relatives from Tipperary County, a little town called Ballyporeen, and Tipperary County's getting themselves a new hero here in O'Shane O'Donoghue. He's in blue. He's going to scoop up this ball. They're tied 29 apiece. We're going to the 70th minute. The time is winding down. He is swarmed by 5 defenders. It does not matter. He hammers that slither into the goal. Is that how they would say it? Look at that belly. Oh, yeah. So you can take so many steps before you got to make a move, and you drop the ball, which they call a slither, and then you hit it with the hurley. So look at this gentle drop, and then he's got to keep his eyes on it and whack that in. Now, if you've never seen this sport, if it goes in the net, that's worth 3. If it goes above the net, that's worth 1. And if I go back and show you the scoreboard again, you'll see that it's 29-29, but they got there two different ways. Tip has scored 3 goals, giving them 9 points, and then 20. They're called something else. I forget right now. I'm sorry, Hurling fans that are going to be upset with me for not getting the phrasing right. But the scoring's correct. And the other team, Kilkenny, they haven't aimed below the crossbar. Maybe they haven't missed, but they've only scored single goals, 29 points. So that's how the scoring works. Imagine if basketball kept track like this with 3-pointers. It's nice that they just put the 29 and the 29 at the bottom because I am too dumb to keep up with that math. Anyway, Tipperary County was down a man the whole second half because Darren McCarthy got a red card. We've talked about him on this show before. So O'Shane O'Donoghue, who has not scored many goals for Tip, he becomes the hero. He wasn't even a starter. He got substituted in, and look at that pack of defenders around him, and he's still able to put it in the net for his county, for my county. And look at this fan, just so quick with the shirt off over there. See that? Just so quick. He's behind the goal. He's got the best view, immediately turns around, and the shirt's off. So quick with it. Northwoods League Baseball giving us more highlights. How about that? They're like the Savannah Bananas, but not on purpose. They're just giving us bizarre highlights. This is the second in a row. These two teams are the Lacrosse Loggers versus the Duluth Huskies. And this is college summer league ball. And that is a shallow pop fly from Ethan Sorowick from Duluth. And the second baseman never saw it. He just kind of ran blindly, and our dude Ethan, number 3, he gets all the way to second, hustle double. Think he plays for Mississippi. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm fine. Catcher, like, we're turning double play. Double play. Everyone, you, yeah, me, you, double play. Hey, and you cover home if I got to leave, okay, and double play. Yep, you, and double play, because they intentionally walk the next batter to load the bases. And pitcher, here we go, let's lock down. They intentionally walk the next batter in the 8th inning of a 3-run game to load the bases just to put the double play in order. And that catcher made everyone know that's their goal here, double play. Not that they wouldn't have known, but that's what he did. And we get something I've never seen. I think if you watch a ton of baseball, maybe you've seen it, maybe you've thought about it, but we get a base runner fielding the ground ball and just tossing it right back to the opponent. What is happening here? If you're new to the sport, welcome. We love you. So baseball has a rule that if a runner gets hit by a batted ball, the runner is out and it counts as a hit. We actually did this recently on Things You Missed, where there was a no-hitter that ended because of this. The batter gets a hit. Now, I've seen runners run into the ball on purpose, either because the other base runner is faster, so they'll just get themselves out, get the faster runner on. I think I've seen Jorge Posada do that once. I'd never seen it be fielded in such a manner, so gracefully. And what he's doing is he's saying, I'm going to stop the double play. Because if this doesn't hit me, it's a tailor-made double play. Their intentional walk won, and we look dumb. So I'll just stop that. Shortstop's like, but we want the 2 outs. And he's like, sorry, buddy, I outthought you, and I outthought the rules. Only problem is the rules govern this. The official baseball rule says,
if, in the judgment of the umpire, a base runner willfully and deliberately interferes with a batted ball or a fielder in the act of fielding a batted ball with the obvious intent to break up a double play, the ball is dead. The umpire shall call the runner out for interference and also call out the batter runner because of the action of their teammate. In no event may bases be run or runs scored because of such action by a runner.
So just point blank, we've thought of this. We're smarter than you, and you can't do it. Only problem is these umpires didn't read that rule. But I still appreciate Ethan for showing us what it would look like if a runner just fielded a ball. That was cool. Never seen it before. And if you're wondering what happened in the game, well, they didn't call it a double play, but the next batter said, I'll hit a pop-up, guys. I wasn't a fan of what Ethan, and the camera guys had no idea where it went because it went to right field, and he caught it easily, and we were watching the center fielder, and no one knows where balls are when they go in the sky in this league. That's something I've learned. Catcher's happy. That was everything you missed that you never planned on watching. This show will start again on Sunday as well, unless we're taking off because we're going to the All-Star game. Find out next Sunday. Tune in. We'll be here or we won't. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you allowing us to make this show. It's very fun. Who's your fan of the week, by the way?